Hello, everyone. In today's video is going to be a throwback of the time Amberlynn lied about her aunt causing them to fall out. In this video, it just proves how much of a liar and manipulator Amber is.
I decided to plop myself on Facebook, and I noticed my aunt tagged me in this picture where it says, if you love your niece, tag her. And on top of that, in my aunt's own words, she expressed to me how proud she is of me. It was like it was fate, almost. The fact that I was ready to quit my 100 days of movement so soon on day 6 because of a little, back pain that I can fight through. I know my aunt is watching this, and I just want to say thank you so much. It was meant to be, that you inspired me and motivated me all over again, and I appreciate it so much. And on top of that, you guys, I just thought you should know, I do have a lot of family members, but for some reason, my aunt is the only family member currently in my life, and that is talking to me, and she talks to me every single day. She watches my videos, every single one, religiously, and she's been there for me, and I appreciate it so much, because sometimes you just need that, family bonding, and I'm really glad that I can have it with her. My aunt, she's the only family member I really talk to, and we would talk on like a daily basis. She's also on a weight loss journey, and she's doing fantastic. She does Weight Watchers, so she gives me some tips here and there, and I try to give her some as well. And in a way, other than my girlfriend, of course, she became like my best friend. I know it's weird to say that, but she really did, because we would text every single day, and I would talk to her about my issues. And more than anything or anybody, well, besides my brother and like my girlfriend and stuff, she knows the type of stuff that I've been through, because not only have I been through it, but she's been through some of it as well. And so I felt like her and I had a really big understanding of just feelings in life and stuff like that. So her and I have like a really big understanding, because we understand how each other feels, how we've been let down in life, and how people have turned their back on us. So that's a big part of, kind of why I'm so hurt. So my aunt posted a picture on Facebook that said, you want to know how I'm losing weight? Well, it's lots of hours in the gym, or something like that. And I commented down below and be like, I'm losing weight without the gym. It was kind of a way for me to kind of let out that I'm proud of myself for losing all this weight, and I am changing my eating habits, and it's helping so much. Don't get me wrong, I exercise sometimes. I don't exercise every single day. I have very bad back and a very bad knee, so I try not to make it even worse. But I do just dance a lot, and I got this new 7-minute workout app that I will be trying soon. But so when I commented on that, I guess one of her friends commented on it, just saying how, but if you want a fit body, then wouldn't you want to, no, how did she word it? She's like, the gym is to make you like fit. And then I mentioned back, I don't want to be fit. I just don't want to be morbidly obese anymore. And I responded, she's like, well, wouldn't you rather be fit so you can feel good about yourself? And because it's an amazing feeling. And when she said, wouldn't you rather be fit so you can feel good about yourself? I was like, whoa. Actually, I do feel good about myself. And I don't think that my outside appearance has to look fit for me to feel that way. And I mean, her and I were just talking back and forth and stuff like that. I noticed that my aunt kept liking this girl's comments of what she was saying, but she wasn't liking mine. And I was like shocked, because mine were purely about how proud I am of myself. And I feel like more so than anything, I thought my aunt would kind of have my side, because this girl was nothing to her besides, I guess, a trainer that she met once or twice. I don't know. So I was like, so I messaged my aunt, and I was like, I see that you're reading these, and you're like, all her things that she's saying, but I don't see you liking mine. And my aunt's reply was, I noticed you were being confrontational, and she's a trainer, so she knows what she's talking about. And I was like, whoa, auntie, legit, I wasn't being confrontational. I was just telling her that I do not have to be fit to love myself. And I also said, you don't have to be a trainer to subscribe to someone when they should love themselves. It really hit home. I was like, okay, me and my aunt are, bonding each and every day. And the fact that she's going to sit there and say those things to me and agree with this person really was mind-boggling to me. It confused me. It hurt my feelings. And when I sent my aunt the message back saying I'm not going to have a trainer telling me when I should love myself, and that I can only love myself and be proud of myself and feel good about myself as if I'm fit, that's not okay. But she didn't reply to me. All she said was, ugh. And ugh to my aunt means, oh my god, this drama queen. And you know what? Okay, I might be coming off a little dramatic right now, but now my aunt is posting really mean things on her page, like quotes about selfish people, and I'm the farthest from selfish. I feel like if I was a selfish person, then I would have loved myself enough to not become morbidly obese. I'm very selfless, and I want people around me to be happy, to smile, because their happiness and smiles rubs off on me, creating me to be happy. Nowhere in those comments on Facebook was I selfish. I don't see how I was selfish. I feel like in a way the trainer was. She was rude in a nice way. I hate people like that. And I know most of you watching this, if you are watching this, you agree with me, and I hope you would. And the fact that my aunt doesn't, and that she was on this woman's side, is something I can't really grasp onto, and it hurts a lot. I don't understand. I know my aunt is a very sensitive person, and when I'm expressing my feelings to her, she's normally there for me, but then when it involves her, like if she hurt my feelings or if she said something that might have upset me, she will go off, and I don't know why she has to be like this. And again, I'm only sharing this to vent it, and none of you know my aunt, so I feel like, it's okay. And plus, I have a lot of aunts, so you don't know which one I'm talking about. No. A good amount of likes on that video, but I got a lot of dislikes as well. So, I mean, obviously for me to title a video family issues, obviously I'm going to be talking about family issues, and I can't wrap my head around why so many people dislike that video. Now that I've had time to kind of sleep on it and think about it and all that good stuff, I must admit that I dislike that video. I am not going to take it down because that's just part of my life and it's part of my journey, and so I felt like it was appropriate to kind of express myself yesterday. I don't regret it. I just don't know if, today was yesterday. I don't know if I would have done it. My aunt did see the video and I feel bad. Since her and I were in an argument, I honestly wasn't expecting her to still watch my videos. The fact that she does shows that she's still there for me. And like she said, she's watching from afar. She did tell me that. But I feel bad. I feel like maybe I shouldn't get that personal with you guys, because I don't even know if you guys liked watching that, since I did get a lot of dislikes. So my apologies, and my apologies to my aunt. I just got done writing her a very long message. It was more so apologizing for how I handle things, not for how I feel, because I don't think I should ever apologize for how I feel. But I do need to apologize to her just for how I handle things. I love her a lot. She is the only family member that I really have in my life, and I don't want to lose her. She became, a really big part of my life, and I just wanted to start this video with apologizing to everyone who watched that video and thought it was disrespectful of me. Nobody actually said that, but I felt like maybe it was disrespectful. Sometimes I need to express myself, and sometimes I do it in the wrong, situation. I really did start this channel for my life, but maybe some things are not meant to be said. So I'm just gonna, move on from that situation in this video. This package is a Christmas gift from my aunt. So, sorry, blocked y'all. Let's open it on camera because two little gifts. Ooh, a card. Oh my god, this is Amber and Destiny. The card. Amber and Destiny sitting in a tree. ING. Envelopes. Merry Christmas. The magic of Christmas never ends, and it's greatest of gifts and family and friends. Lots of love, Brian and Tammy. Oh, that's my aunt and her boyfriend. Look at Destiny, they did their own little card. Alright, so 3 different things. Let's do this one first. Ooh. Oh wait, there's not 3 different things. There's 4 different things. I want to do this one first. Your aunt looks fake. My aunt looks fake. It kind of looks photoshopped. It isn't. Oh my god. Is it a scarf? I think so. It has cats. Oh my god, I've always wanted this. I saw this somewhere, and I wanted it so bad. Look.
Designed by cats and made for humans.
Oh my god, that's the sweetest thing. So the next gift I'm gonna open is this one.
Oh. Is it a scarf? Is it a blanket?
I don't know. I'm like so
cardigan.
Oh yeah, it's a cardigan.
Oh, I like the color sort of. Kind of reminds me of like an Indian one.
See, she knows me very well. Cardigans, scarves, pretty. She did good.
Did she wear one?
Yeah. She bought all these online, and then it was sent to her, and then she.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure. Because when you said you ordered offline, I thought you meant like you just sent it to
Oh,
me.
this is different.
Is it a shirt?
Yeah, it's a shirt. This isn't normally typically something I get for myself, but I mean, I can make it work. Shit. And it's super soft. That's neat.
Ooh.
Like, I feel like wearing it with like a black cardigan would be cute. So the last gift, this is jewelry.
What is it?
It's from the same people who made the kitty scarf. So it's just a little black cat. I don't know if you guys can like tell or not. That's cute. And I appreciate my aunt and the gift she got me. So for my whole life growing up, my mom had this like secret family. It was her mom and her sisters and sister. It was her stepdad. It was her actual dad. It was my first cousins. It was just all these people. And my mom had, her stories of, oh, they don't want to be in my life. Da 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 da. I don't even know where they're at. Like social media wasn't a thing back then. Let me just say it wasn't. And one day, I just want to say this first. I always wondered about them. I wanted to meet them. I wanted to know them. I wanted another family, pretty much. Curious, who are these people? I knew I had so many family members I never met before, and I was very intrigued with the whole situation. And this was back when MySpace was a thing, okay? I was probably 16, 17, probably 17. And I get a message from some woman on Facebook. Facebook is a thing. Back in the day on MySpace, sorry. Saying, oh my god, I found you. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I love you. This whole long thing. And then I look again, and it's these other girls just oh my god, hey, I love you, and I can't believe this, and I hope you get back to me. I'm who are these people? What? It was my aunt, which is my mom's sister, and it was 2 of my cousins, and I was oh my god, the people I've been wondering about and dreaming about, and oh my god, about found me on MySpace. How? I messaged them back so quickly. I was oh my god. And after we communicated, we exchanged numbers, and we started talking, and I was in foster care at the time, and I told my social worker about it, and she's oh my god, you need to go visit them. And I'm oh hey, really? I do. And I did. When I was 17, I met my cousins, and I met my aunt, and they showed me pictures when I was a baby. I knew them, but I was oh, I don't know that stuff. And it was so awesome. And so when I turned 18, my mom started getting close to them, and my mom ended up moving to Oklahoma where my aunt and my cousins were, and we were all finally close. And I was okay, I'm 18, I'm out of foster care, I want to live with you guys. And so I went to live with my aunt, and I felt so Like, wow, this family's awesome. Especially when I visited them, because when I was still in foster care, I did go to Oklahoma just to visit with my brother, and we stayed for 2 weeks, and it was bliss. We had such a fantastic time, and when I had to leave, I cried like a little baby. Like, I loved it. And then when we went to go live there, things were a little different. I mean, not we, sorry, it was just me. My brother stayed in California. When I went to go live there, things were a little different, and it was rocky and weird, and that's a whole other story on itself. And now, 25 years old, like, I don't understand something. My aunt has completely stopped talking to me. In December, she blocked me on Facebook. She blocked me on her cell phone, blocked my number completely. I have no way of getting a hold of her whatsoever. And the reasoning is because I'm fat. Okay. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds bad saying it like that, but the truth is it's because I'm fat. She always watched my YouTube videos, and she saw me struggling with my weight, and she saw me struggling with the things I ate and my binge eating disorder and all this stuff. And she told me specifically in December that she's tired of watching me self-destruct myself. Okay, that I can understand. Honestly, I do. Stop watching my YouTube then. Cool. But why cut off all communication with the person that you tried so hard to find when I was younger? I come from a crazy family. It's the truth. I come from drug addicts, bipolar people, mentally ill people. I do. That is the family I come from. Did you honestly think that I was going to be the only normal one? Did you? I was in foster care for all my life. And it's like, if my aunt is watching this, which I hope she is, which I don't know if she is, it is May, and we haven't talked for December, January, February, March, April, May. Like 6 months. And I have tried so hard. I have downloaded texting apps. It's ridiculous. Because I still have her number. And I have messaged her. I have sent apologies, even though I should be the one apologizing. And the reason why this is so hard for me is because I really don't have family. My brother is actually currently in jail. I just found that out about a month ago. My mom is in prison. I do not talk to either of them. I don't know what's going on with my dad. Truly, we don't talk. I no longer really talk to my cousins because my aunt must have got to them before I could. I don't have family. I do not have any blood family. And that's hard for me. And it's confusing that my aunt, knowing that I have a binge eating disorder and I have a food addiction, would just give up on me because I'm fat. Where's the unconditional love? Where is the, I will be there for you, but I won't support you in your addiction? Where is that? My mom, which is her sister, has been a drug addict for years. I was born on drugs. Can't talk. I was born on drugs, so we know my mom did drugs even before I was born. But my aunt still wanted to find her and communicate with her and be in her life. My mom did some crazy stuff in Oklahoma. Let's not go there right now. And my aunt still to this day is there for my mom. She writes my mom in prison. She visits my mom. She calls my mom. Why is my aunt able to accept a drug addiction but not a food addiction? I don't understand what I did wrong in our relationship. I didn't do anything wrong, and I think it's ridiculous because this is TMI. This is probably not something I should say, but my aunt used to have a drug addiction and she beat it. My aunt also was extremely overweight. Obviously not to my extent, but she was a very big woman and she has lost weight. And it's like, I understand she bettered herself in 2 ways. You know, she no longer does drugs and she's lost a lot of weight. But that doesn't mean give up on me, because it's like she struggled her whole life longer than I've even struggled with her weight. And it's like, of all people, she should understand. And it's like, I needed her. I talked to her every day, 24/7 since she found me when I was 17. And whether it was in texting or through Facebook or this or that, like, she was my person. Like, she was there when I needed someone to talk to. And it's confusing that a family member could just cut off all ties because I'm fat. Like, that's honestly what it boils down to. I understand I have problems and I have issues, and I feel like what makes those problems and issues escalate into like a bigger like whole thing is when people give up on me. I have been given up on by every single person I've ever known. And it's like, for my aunt to snoop down to these like levels, it's just, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I've tried reaching out to her and I really have nothing more I could do. I think more than anything, I'm just completely shocked about the whole thing because she's been in my position and she's a lot older than me, and she finally figured herself out to where she could lose weight. And it's like, when she was 25, she didn't do it. And it's like, you were in my shoes at one point. Why, instead of trying to help me, you just leave? I don't know. I just really needed to talk about this because it's like, I have so many emotions and like thoughts and like everything is just like in my head like a crazy person, and I don't know where to get them out on. Like, I've journaled about it. I have contacted my cousins. Nobody gets it. Nobody understands. The only person who is like confused about the whole thing and who thinks it's a shitty freaking move is my girlfriend, because my girlfriend is probably the only person I've told in my personal life about this. And I just don't know why people give up on me. And I don't know if it shows what type of person I am, or if it shows what type of person my aunt is by just completely being done with me. It almost shows maybe she doesn't love me like I thought she did. And I don't know if this is something I should be airing on YouTube, but it's something that's been bothering me a lot lately. And I've been thinking about it more and more because like I'm going through like really hard things right now. It's weight and my eating, and I need advice, and I need someone to talk to, and I need her. I need my aunt, and she ain't there. I'm sorry I'm such a shitty person. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that food is my drug. I'm sorry that I was born into the family that I was born into. I'm sorry that I live in the past and I am who I am because of the past, but I'm sorry that the present is still just like my past, which is causing me to be the person I am. And I don't need a goodbye, I need a hello, I need you, and I need support, and I need help, and I need just, I don't have a mom anymore, like, and I haven't for a while, and it's like, you were my mom for a minute. I don't know what more to do. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's really it. When you love someone unconditionally, especially if it's your family member, should you just leave them when they're struggling? That's like leaving someone who has cancer or another illness like that. You know, do you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, what should I do? Should I just completely just leave my aunt alone? It's been 6 months. For the first couple months, I did just leave her alone. I thought she was going to come back and say she was wrong and that she shouldn't just drop all ties because I'm fat and I have illnesses and problems. Like, I don't know, should I just have no family at all? Like, should I just, like, she's, honestly, the best thing I can describe this as, I have so many family members. Don't talk to a single one. And she was that last person, just that last family member that I had in my life. And she cut it. And now I have nobody. A lot of people can say, blood is thicker than water, sometimes water is thicker than blood, like all those silly quotes. But the truth is, sometimes you just want that one blood person. And a lot of people probably don't understand like how it feels not to have like family. But it's hard and it hurts. Every day it hurts. Especially when you see other families so happy. It's like, how does that feel? And I know you can get married into families or you can just naturally have families like how I am with Crystal and her parents, but it's like, it's not the same. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. This was venting, this was my feelings, and I think I'm gonna end it now. Whew, okay. No more crying. Like, I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. This is really hard. I'm not a liar. I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself online for a reason, to speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am, and it's like, I still felt like there were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away. So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though. This was probably, I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat. I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were going to see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore or anything, and they were greatly offended. But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go. It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue and I have, you know, mental issues that cause, you know, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason. It just doesn't work that way. Like, of course you can get, you know, overweight. That's normal, but to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier. There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, you know, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth. And it's really not, has anything to do with my weight. At the time I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know. I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would stay in my life. I know that sounds so fucking strange, but I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess. And if she's watching this, I am so sorry, and I really just, I wish I could change who I am as a person, because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me, it really does. Sorry. Aunt is so clearly jealous, sad. I really don't know. I don't really know if that's actually my aunt. If it is, I feel like the first word that comes to my head is immature. But it doesn't even matter, honestly. I feel like what happens in the past is very much the past, and I think that's the reason why I was able to tell my dad, because people change. And I feel like it's important that people remember that people grow, people change. Sometimes people change for the worse, sometimes people change for the better. Hurt people hurt people. That's so true. See, I'm a hurt person, but like, I cannot hurt other people because I know how it feels, and I'm very, I'm empathetic and I'm sympathetic and I'm a kind person, and I try my hardest not to ever hurt anyone's feelings. And it's like, I have lied in the past. I have said this so many times. Like, I will link you guys the video where I sit there and I confess all my bullshit white lies. And I have forgiven myself and I have ranted about this. I can't even tell you how many times. And it's like, people can't get over something that happened years ago. Like, I don't understand why, you know, it keeps going in the same circle over and over. And it's like, I'm not getting room to change or to breathe, you know? Yeah, I'm not gonna block my aunt, honestly. I feel like my aunt is kind of enjoying the attention. And I'm just gonna let her have it, and she can say whatever she wants to say. But the only thing I can say is, what has happened in the past is in the past. I have done things and said things and been a certain way that I definitely regret. Well, see, I don't like using that word. I hate using that word. But, you know, that's just how it is. And I feel like it goes like that for everybody. And please tell me there has never been a time that you or a family member have ever argued or you've yelled, said things that you didn't mean. You know, it's happened. It's been there. It's happened. And, you know, if my aunt likes the attention, go for it. Like, I applaud her. Like, go for it. Because there's nothing I can say or do, but I know in my heart of hearts is I would never do that to a family member. Unconditional love is something I take very seriously, and that's just how I've always been. And I want to let you guys know that my aunt won't even communicate with me at all. The only time she does communicate with me is when y'all can see it. Is when she says something on a comment, or she says something like in my little chat right here on you now, she has not talked to me personally in a very long time. I think there was one time on her Facebook, she said something about doing like low carb, and I replied and I was like, oh, can you tell me more about it? Like, I'm super proud of you guys. And trying to just like give her some compliments, and she replied to that. But as for like private talking, we have not. Um, I used to beg her to be in my life, like hardcore beg her, because she was the only family member at the time that I did communicate with and wanted to communicate with and wanted to continue having a relationship with. And I've recently discovered that I don't need people like that in my life. I don't need, if I have to beg you to be my aunt, then why do I want to be your niece? You know? I don't know. I'm very much into unconditional love though, and I will always love her. But the resentment is real, and I don't want someone like that in my life anymore because it's very just negative vibes. I'm not into that. I like to be around people who are positive and who make me happy and who make me smile. And that's what I want in my life. And I'm done begging her to be in my life, and I've come to terms that I don't care she's in my life, and if in a way, like I don't want her in my life any longer if that's how she's gonna be. So I'm so confused about the whole aunt thing. Y'all don't talk, but she comes on here and comments and talks. Yes, seems like your aunt is attention seeking white trash. Whoa, that got real quick. She's loving the attention. I agree. I do. That's just what happens. You get a little bit of attention, and all of a sudden it's like your whole demeanor changes as a person. So, I just now saw the comment. My aunt left. I just now saw it because there was 3 other comments I saw from her, but they weren't really anything, and I was like confused. What the heck? Sorry, I'm trying to read what my aunt is saying. She's upset because I contacted my dad. That's what it boils down to. Whatever. Ugh. I literally wish I was that type of person that like to spill tea, but I don't. Like, as you guys know, my friends, like, it seems like I always have friends who are tea spillers, but everything y'all have ever like really found out has been my friends, like, low-key saying it in like a UNAS session or something, and it's like, I'm not that person, but it's like, the things I could say that would spin people's worlds around, and it's like, I'm not that person, and I literally would rather protect my aunt, even though she's being shady right now, like, so shady. I'd rather protect her than protect myself. Now that's pretty ridiculous, and I'll always be that way. I am always that person, and it just kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks that I'm that person. I feel like I was born in the wrong family. I literally feel like my family is a bunch of white ducks and like I'm a black one. Like, that's just the best way to describe it. I'm just very different from them, and I don't know, kind of sucks, but whatever. You shouldn't be reaching out to your family. They should be reaching out to you. Yeah, I definitely have felt the same way. I don't care about the comments. I'm really proud of you for the video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, God. Is Tammy your aunt? Yeah, and sometimes I wish she wasn't, because this whole unconditional like aunt niece thing is not real at all. It's crazy. Why did she comment on her video? What the fuck? I don't know. She wasn't there during my childhood. She wasn't there in my teenage years. Does your aunt even have a job? Is that why she's mooching your fame? I don't really know. Like I said, I don't talk to her. Tammy's probably here because apparently she has no life. I mean, apparently I don't have a life either. Sharing blood doesn't always make you family. That's right. And God, I just am born in the wrong family. I really, really am. I wasn't there because I was in Florida and you were in California. Your mom prevented me seeing you due to drug use. Yes, I worked 3 jobs actually. Yeah, but you still weren't in my life, and you had no idea the kind of things that my dad would say about gay people. You weren't there, so how could you ever comment on my video saying your dad never said those things if you weren't there? That's what fucks me up the most, and it makes no sense at all. Just like I wasn't there in your life, and I don't know what you went through. I don't know anything about what you went through, and you don't know anything about what I went through either. I fought and served long and hard for you, and you know that. How dare you lie? Yeah, I told them that you found me on MySpace. I have said that several times. You should be the bigger person. She's older. She had just admitted she wasn't there. Yep. She's mad because you haven't reached out to your mom, but it's your mom's responsibility to reach out. She did you wrong. Yeah, she did, but I mean, she doesn't have my address, so that's right. So I guess there's no way for her to reach out to me. But even before she went into prison, she never contacted me or anything. It was very rare, and I did a lot of, snooping, like asking people, like, where's my mom? Do you know where she's at? Like, what's her number and stuff like that. But ask Amber why she doesn't talk to me on the phone, because I hate talking on the phone. I really do. I hate it so much. Why is your aunt acting like a child? She should act like an adult and treat you with respect if she wants the same in return. I don't know. I really don't. Confused why people think I'm doing this for views. What views? Shaking my head. You guys are too much. Well, I think they're just confused because, like, you're upset about something that you know nothing about, and you're lashing out, and I don't know why. And I just want to tell you that, Aunt Tammy, if you're listening still, that the people who say they like you, they don't really like you. They just are liking the drama, and you're giving it to them. So they're saying I use you for views. You don't. I know about your dad plenty. Yes, then you would know the harsh things my father used to say about my grandma, about my brother. You would know those things then, wouldn't you? And you would know that as a little girl, a 12-year-old girl, being a bisexual, you would know that would scar her. And be like, okay, if my father doesn't like gay people and I might be gay, that means he's not going to like me. He's not going to love me. You would know that, wouldn't you? Your parents were drug addicts. You went to foster care. She wasn't there. How can she comment? It's ridiculous. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just as confused as some of you were. So he hated his mother? I think not. No, but he would say very foul things to her. And in my opinion, I feel like it'd be easier for someone to accept their mother as gay than their daughter. Especially someone who did say very mean things about it. And about my dad having 3 sons. I love that part you put in that comment. I didn't even know about that. TMI. You know, there's things I know that you don't, and things that you know and I don't, and that's just how it is. He said foul things to everyone. Yes, but just for 5 seconds here. Imagine yourself as a little girl discovering that you like other girls, but your dad seems to constantly say very mean things about gay people. Already within yourself, even if your parents were both very accepting of gay people, you'd be like, whoa, I'm gay. Already within yourself, you'd be fighting these battles. And then on top of that, you have a drug addict parents. A dad who's very abusive, not to me, but to her mother. Always mad and upset and screaming and yelling. And now he's saying horrible things about gay people all while I'm trying to discover who I am as a person. Of course, I'm going to be very scared to tell my father who I really am. I was very scared to tell him something simple of a fact as, I don't have any more clean clothes right now. You know, so, you know, you can't sit there and tell me how I was feeling, what I went through if you weren't there. It's your dad, she can't be mad at you for speaking to your dad. I know, and it's a lot easier to communicate with my father who is not in prison, who is on his Facebook almost 24 hours a day, versus my mother who is in prison, who I have to figure out what to say to her without coming off a certain way. I want her to know I love her, I miss her, and I'm worried about her, and I want to be able to communicate that in more than just three sentences. And it's taken me a minute. It really has. Both my parents abused me. It's easier for me to forgive my dad for some reason. You know, I totally relate to that because both my parents, you know, they weren't the greatest parents. Like, I've expressed that several times. And in a sense, it is easier to forgive someone else. But it would mean the world to just hear that from you, Amber. I miss you. I love you. Yeah, I want to do that. And I have started. It's just very hard. I don't expect anyone to understand. Like, Tammy, you know that I was in foster care for my whole life. And you know how many times I would have a visit scheduled with my mom or my dad and they wouldn't come? You know, when did they write me a letter? It's hard to be the parent. When you're not the parent, you're the fucking child. It's very hard. It's very hard. And I can't figure out how to be the parent when I'm not supposed to be the parent. But it seems like I always get put in those situations where I am the parent, and it's very frustrating to me. Some keep saying that my aunt knows the real Amber. She doesn't. She doesn't know the real Amber. Me and her haven't talked in years, personally. There's things that I would love to tell her, and that I want to tell her, but I can't tell her. Obviously things that you two don't even know. She doesn't know me as a person anymore. She knew who I was when I was 18 years old, fighting for my mom's affection. She knew me then, but she doesn't know me now. I don't even know if she knew me then, really, because we clashed a lot. Tammy, I'm completely honest when it comes to me regretting some of the things that happened between me and you, but how does that have anything to do with what's happening right now, or my YouTube channel, or anything? That's where I think I'm confused, and a lot of my subscribers are confused, except for the ones who adore the drama. What I did in the past, how does that have anything to do with now, you know? Why would you as an aunt go online and talk about your niece even if they didn't have a good relationship? I don't know. And it's like all this stuff that she's saying now, I feel like needs to be discussed with just me and her. If she wants it to be on the phone, then sure, because I have grown. Like, I talk on the phone more now than I used to ever. She can call me anytime she wants. We can Skype, those video form, like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't even care. We can FaceTime. We can, because I'm pretty sure she has an iPhone. I'm pretty sure. We can do whatever it is. Why do you tolerate your aunt if she's slandering you? I don't know. This is very much slander. That's very true. And I'm able to communicate with her any form, whether it's text message, phone. It doesn't even matter what it is. I just think it's very immature to do it on where my job is located. Like, this is my job. And she's bringing her biased opinions and, like, throwing it into my job, and it's just not right. Someone said, Tammy, are you mad at your sister for failing as a mother, or are you just going to attack Amber for not being the better daughter? Whoa, that shit just got real quick. That was actually really good. Thank you. She seems toxic, which confirms what Aile has been saying about her family for years. Yeah. Because I'm very mad at my sister, and she knows it. But yet you don't treat her like this. That's the part that fucks me up the most, because I get it, Tammy. I have lied to you in the past. I have said that. I have apologized. I have been mean. You've been mean. We've done all kinds of things. And it's like, my mom has done way worse than that. And it's like, I have been there, and I've been trying to fix everything. Fix the broken vase, and fix the drama, because I hate the drama so much. I swear I have an ulcer. Like, I'm not even kidding. I hate it so much. I don't know. You begged me to be there for my sister even after she abused me over and over. And now look, you're there for her, aren't you? So I got my wish. You're there for her. Because I knew my mom needed her sister, and my mom would tell me that repeatedly, that she needed her sister. And now she has her sister, and I'm very happy about that. I'm just letting you know, like, you weren't there for my mom always, and you had your reasons, and I had to understand those, so why do I have to understand, why can't you understand my reasons? I cared about my mom enough to bring her to me, but she wouldn't come, and my mom had to live in a tent, because no one would take her in, and that broke my heart, more than anything. No, my mom never got a letter from me, because you can't write a letter to someone who lives in a tent. Like, me and my mom would talk on the phone a lot, back then, when, you know, she had her phone from the government, so, how can you get a phone from the government with no address? My mom explained it to me, because I was a bit confused too. I guess what my mom told me is that when she got her food stamps, which I don't even know if she got those, but she had food stamps or something, and she had a phone. But she, Tammy, please act age. Of course, you're gonna want to help your own sister, but it should be the same for your niece. What does that say? I can't even understand what that says. Now that everyone sees how my aunt really is, I think everyone just assumed I was sitting on her throne. I don't really know. But I tried with my mom. I tried so hard. I tried with my aunt, and my mom was literally living in a tent during, like, you guys know Oklahoma. It's really bad for their tomatoes, and it was really bad weather. I was, like, freaking out. I knew this. I was living in Florida. I'm pretty sure. God, I get my times mixed. And she was in a fucking tent, and nobody went and picked up my mom, and there's so many family members in Oklahoma, and I was just like so confused, and I was just like, I wish I wasn't in Florida. I would take her under my wing. I don't care how many lies my mom told me, how many drugs she was on, how much she manipulated me. I don't care. I wanted to help my mom, and I was very upset because my aunt wouldn't just take her in even for the night, and that really hurt me, and it fucked with me, and I think I held a lot of resentment towards my aunt, and I think that's why I kind of became a certain type of way towards my aunt. I do regret the resentment, but that's just kind of what it was. When I was living in Florida, I didn't have all this money. You expect your aunt to take your mom in when she was on drugs for a night? Yeah. My mom is my aunt's sister, obviously. My brother does drugs. And if my brother was living in a tent and I was in the same town as him, or even remotely close, and he was on drugs, I wouldn't care. I love him enough that I would want him safe for the night. So, the same man that searched for 8 months for your mom to find her for you for us, walking all hours of the night. I don't know what you're talking about. For 8 months. What? Like, when I lived with my aunt, we didn't get along really, and I was expecting us to, but my aunt and my mom got in this really bad argument. I'm talking, like, horrible. And I stuck up for my mom, because that's just how it was. Like, I love my mom more than anything. And my aunt ended up kicking me and my mom both out, and I thought we were legit gonna have to live on the streets. And that. But I'm just gonna say now I was 18, and I acted out a lot. I had a lot of resentment. Just for different reasons. And I just got out of foster care. I was expecting the best, but I found out my mom was doing drugs again, and she was drinking. But I still always stuck up for my mom. I don't know what it was. It's just no matter what my mom did to me, she was always still my number one. Always. So me and my aunt would clash a lot because of that. When my aunt even just remotely disrespected my mom even for a second, I would get very angry with her. And again, I was 18, you guys. Every family has, drama and issues and this and that, some worse than others, some less than others. And ours was really bad, and I'm just here to say I have done a lot of shitty things, and you guys know that, and I've been very open with that. And I don't know, my aunt is just trying to make me feel worse. I don't really know. It's like, I've had a hard day today, of all people. Like, I feel like you think that your family would be there for you. Seriously, do you feel like your aunt is the most negative thing in your life right now? And I think that's what I found out for myself. I spent years trying to make our relationship better after I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, you guys, and I wasn't the best niece. But once I realized what the fuck was my issue, once I realized that I was wrong, I tried really hard to fix what me and her kind of broke. It takes two to break something in this situation. And I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it. Hey, why don't you and your aunt take this offline? I know this is probably awkward for a lot of people and really weird to watch, but this is the first time I've actually talked to her like in years. So, and again, now she's like, "No, you hurt me, Amber," over and over. Just imagine how I feel. How did you hurt her? I don't know. Probably because I stuck up for my mom, and then when I noticed how my aunt was as a person, I held a lot of resentment, and I don't know. Regarding the whole, like, when I made that video, like, my aunt left me because I'm bad or whatever, very clickbait title, my apologies, which I've talked about before, but I think the reason why I felt that way, which I've talked about before, is because my aunt did stop communicating with me because she said I was self-destructing, and the only way that I do self-destruct is gaining weight and eating too much and such, so that is how I felt at the time. This was about 2 years ago, though, you guys, and I know you guys haven't, I know you guys haven't seen Becky, or not Becky, Destiny in a while and such, but I'm at a good spot with her now, too, which is really weird, because it used to be very, like, weird now, but it's like, we barely talk, and when we do, it's good. Would she mind if you stuck up for my mom? If your auntie loves your mom, why would she mind if you stuck up for your own mother? I don't know. You guys don't know how hard I tried, or all the tears she caused me to shed, but whatever. Yeah, I was about to call you auntie, but I feel like it's vile on my tongue right now. I just feel very shocked by you. But Tammy, we both hurt each other, and I feel like that's very, very true in stance. And I have apologized to you over and over and repeatedly. I have begged you to accept my apology and for us to move on, because to have this harboring just pain and drama is not good for either of us. And I've tried so hard, and now you're shedding this to light, and it's just making you look worse in a way, because I don't know what exactly you're trying to get out of this. As far as Kira and or Clara, I'm sorry, for anyone who plays victim, she's bringing out your lies. Of course, a few people will think that. I'm not sure what lies she's bringing out, because I literally just told you everything, and I'm agreeing to everything she's saying. Do you actually think that's even your aunt? Yes, I do. I would do anything to actually be able to sit here and talk to my aunt privately. Like I said, FaceTime, email, text message, the phone. Like, I don't care. It could be anything. But she chooses to just do this at my job. Can you imagine if I walked into, like, Hallmark where she works, and I was like, "Yo, let's talk about some drama." Like, it's just sketch. But I'm just happy y'all can see this. Like, I'm actually really grateful this happened. I know for a lot of people it's probably awkward and weird and probably very cringeworthy, because I'd be questioning, like, what the fuck was going on if I was y'all watching. I'm just glad y'all got to see this firsthand. When you said that you had 3 jobs, I just assumed you still worked at Hallmark. Why don't you just call her and talk about things? Yeah, I don't know why the only way she'll talk to me is through this chat. I find it very weird. I don't know. How can you say that you don't lie the next comment you make is you admitting that you lied to your aunt? Yeah, years ago. Years and years ago. Your aunt should be ashamed. This is crazy. Don't let it get you down. She's not worth it. I did get to know you. Getting to know someone is not just their age. It's who they are as a person. And I did treat you, sorry, because I just read the word treat. I did get to know you as a person and who you were, and, I'm sorry that I don't know your age. Like, I don't know my age half the time. Like, like, I apologize. I don't know. I would love to know, though. Can you answer this? Like, why won't you talk to me personally? Like, why does it have to go in here? Oh my gosh, cry, because your much younger niece doesn't know your job or age. Wow, so much. Because you try and manipulate me with words. No, I just honestly tell you how I'm feeling and the truth. I'm not trying to manipulate nobody. Why would your counselor tell you to cut ties with your family? You know, I find that weird that they would say to cut ties with me, but not my mom, when my mom has been pretty bad towards my aunt. That's really weird. Tammy, there's no way that you love me. Like, why are we doing this right now? Like, there's so many things I want to say to you, and it's like, there's no way that you could love me. Like, there's just no way. You want to see me change, and you're just spitting so much negativity into my life when I already have so much. If you want to talk to me, and if you think I'm good with my words and texting, then call me. FaceTime me. I just don't understand. We can talk about something else. Because this isn't going to go in a circle, and she's just going to keep making me look, like, bad because I didn't want to talk to her on the phone before or whatever. But that was years ago. Like, years ago. I just don't understand. Like, people do change, and I have changed. I've changed a lot, honestly.